Another day, another attempt to end the biggest farmer protests seen in India for years. Unions are meeting the government, trying to break a deadlock over new laws. Protest leaders say they will call off the demonstrations only if the laws are repealed. Tens of thousands of farmers have been camped outside Delhi for over a week now. Most are from northern farming states. They are angry at new laws that allow them to sell their produce directly to buyers instead of government-regulated markets that guarantee a minimum price. They say the reforms will leave them at the mercy of big businesses. India's vast farm sector makes up nearly 15% of the economy. It employs about half of the population. Neha Punia is live now from New Delhi. So, Neha, is the government likely to give in to the farmers' demands?
Well, this meeting started a little past noon local time, and it's been on now for 5 hours and counting, and yet we've not yet heard about the negotiations that are happening inside. It's another marathon meeting, a little longer than the one we saw on Tuesday, and experts say that might be an encouraging sign. But farmers are angry. They've entered this meeting with distrust. They didn't even have tea with the government when offered. But we're given to understand that the government has been mulling ways to try and extend an olive branch to the farmers. Several meetings were held, including one by India's Home Minister Amit Shah, to figure out a way to reach out to the farmers, and it's quite possible the government might offer them a written assurance on guaranteeing them a minimum support price irrespective of where they sell their produce. But no word yet if the government is going to call a special parliament session like farmers are demanding and scrap this law, because that is the main demand of these farmers. They say if that doesn't happen, they're not going to call off their protest.
Give us a sense of the momentum here, Neha. Are the protests gaining force, and how big have they become?
Well, what started as 50,000 farmers marching from the state of Punjab to India's capital has now become a pan-India movement. In the last few days, we've seen close to 300,000 farmers camping outside of Delhi. They're blocking 3 key highways, and numbers have been swelling every single day. And there's no parallel, Steve, in recent memory to this. This is the largest farmers' demonstration we've seen in recent memory. And what's happened is the longer the farmers are staying out on those roads, they're attracting attention. Residents of Delhi have joined the protest, as well as many leaders of opposition parties, and that's caused pressure on the government to build considerably.
And, Neha, naturally, there are fears that the farmers could, escalate their demonstrations if the talks fail today. I mean, are we going to be seeing violence anytime soon?
Well, the farmers continue to maintain that they're going to hold a peaceful demonstration, but they are promising to intensify this demonstration if the government does not give in to their demands. They've threatened to cut off Delhi entirely. They're saying they will block all access points to the national capital. Thousands of other farmers are marching towards New Delhi as well as we speak. Those who can't make it to New Delhi are holding demonstrations in their own villages and states. You've also got a threat to hold a nationwide transport strike on the 8th of December, which they say will cut off access to essential supplies. So momentum is building. There's certainly a lot more sort of attention that's being given to this strike, not just by farmers, but also other support groups that are speaking out in support of the protesting farmers. So it is likely to get very, very intense in the days ahead. But the farmers say, at least from their end, there's going to be absolutely no violence at these demonstrations.